9 species of fig Ficus trees for indoor and outdoor gardening. The traditional banyan tree commonly seen in landscapes is the Indian banyan, though the same name is also applied to other species of fig trees. Banyan trees are one of the species sometimes called strangler figs because of the way they grow. They can sprout in the holes and cracks of an established tree and over time grow around the trunk, gradually strangling it. Other common names for this plant include Bengal fig or Indian fig. The Chinese banyan is another species known as a strangling fig. This tree is commonly used as a street tree in tropical areas, and it is also a common specimen in bonsai gardening. As the Latin species name tells you, the fruits are small for figs. The Chinese banyan has smooth oblong leaves 2 to 2.5 inches long. Like the Indian banyan, this tree can form aerial trunks that allow the canopy to spread over a large distance. Spreads of 200 feet or more have been reported. This tree has naturalized in some regions of the tropical U.S. and is regarded as invasive in some parts of Hawaii and Florida, as well as in Bermuda and Central America. Regionally, it may carry different common names, including Malayan banyan, Cuban banyan, and Indian fig. Ficus congesta is a smallish rainforest fig tree. The fruits of this ficus species grow in clusters on the trunk as well as on the branches. Another common name for this plant is cluster fig. New leaves are reddish in color when they unfurl. This ficus is rarely grown in ornamental landscape applications, but it serves as a parent species for several useful hybrid ficus varieties. This is the ficus species that produces the edible figs sold in most stores, unless you live in the tropics where other figs are common. The fruit of the common fig is notably rich in vitamins and minerals, and many of these trees, especially some cultivars, are able to produce fruit even without pollination in a process called parthenocarpy. This species is a fast-growing woody evergreen vine that can attach itself to the walls of buildings and can be hard to remove. It's also commonly known as a climbing fig. Bright green, heart-shaped leaves mature to an oval dark green. Fruits are inedible. This drought-tolerant plant can be trained around wire frames to create topiaries, and is often used as a houseplant. This ficus species has large leathery leaves, up to 18 inches, similar in shape to a fiddle, inspiring the common name. This plant, too, acts as a strangler fig in its native habitat, often beginning life high in the crown of another tree, then gradually smothering the host tree as it sends roots down toward the ground. But it also can be grown as a freestanding tree. It is a recipient of the Award of Garden Merit from the Royal Horticultural Society. This plant needs a warm climate. Temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit can kill it. This is a very common species for growing indoors in pots. Also commonly called the Australian banyan, this species of fig features huge, curving roots that form above the surface. This is the tree seen in the film Jurassic Park, and it has come to symbolize exotic rainforest locations. It has large leathery leaves, up to 12 inches long. The trunks are massive buttressed structures with rough, gray-brown bark. This is another strangler fig. In the wild, the seeds often germinate and begin growing in the crowns of other trees, then gradually smother the host. In landscape applications, the Moreton Bay Fig is often used in public parks in climates where there is no chance of frost, and the interesting trunk structure makes it a common species in bonsai gardening. The latex sap from this tree, also called the rubber fig, was once used in the rubber making process, though these days most natural latex comes from the para rubber tree, Hevea braziliensis. Now, you usually find the rubber tree serving as a houseplant. When grown outdoors, it forms a very tall tree with large, up to 24 inches long, shiny green oblong leaves. It may develop aerial roots that form buttresses to the ground. As a houseplant, the weeping fig is notorious for being finicky. It tends to drop leaves when moved or stressed in some other way, but new leaf growth will appear in time. Trunks can be braided or plaited, which causes the wood to grow together over time. When you hear someone talking about a ficus houseplant, this is usually the one referenced. It also carries the common name Benjamin's fig. When grown outdoors in warm climates, this can become a large tree with glossy oblong leaves somewhat smaller than most figs, 2 to 5 inches long. The bark is light gray and smooth. weeping fig makes for a stately landscape tree in tropical climates. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.